Mr. King, please come here, Mr. King. Mr. King, we are calling you, sir. Sir, Mr. I say, no, you have to call me Engineer King. Engineer. You have no respect. Do you know how many years I went to school to be an engineer, a civil engineer, a construction engineer? Àwọn olórí burúkú ara yìí náà, àwọn tó da Nigeria rú, all of you na engineer, na special laborer you dey do for Pakistani factories, I be wetin they call them, all those Indian factories. The system did not support to actually make you build something in a country that should be like a construction site. You will be seeing the Pakistanis, you'll be seeing the Chinese, you'll be seeing the Germans, the Julius Baja guys and all that. And you will see Nigerians who went to school to study building this, building that. They apply for a job to go and work for Julius Baja, to go and work for this, because those are the people that help them to launder the stolen money from Nigeria through construction and all that. But what about the local engineers? All of them, where they fight for title. That's how you know that Nigeria is not for you. Do you understand? Engineers, we know they build anything. Nigerian engineers know they build shishi. But they love to build houses now. Yeah, they love houses. They say, architect. I'm architect. Or ask them to come and build real structures, road, bridges and all that. They will build them to Nigeria standard. You can go on the wonder. Where are those engineers that Nigeria is graduating every year? What are they building? Kadani. That is why he's saying Begbo. I've been a solo dump. I has to say, 9 months. 9 months we have paid you, and we are still waiting for this road. 9 months.
This road was supposed to, do you know, the entire project was supposed to be ended by June last year. Eight months afterwards. This is 8 months after this project was supposed to have, all the entire project was supposed to have ended. No, you don't have the capacity. You don't have the capacity to do the job. You are now, this project was supposed to last for 9 months. 9 months. And you were mobilized September 10. September 10 to February 10 this year. Yeah, from September 10 to June 10 was 9 months. So this project ought to have ended by June 10 last year. Now this is February 20th. This is the 9th month after it was supposed to have ended. So double the period when you are supposed to have delivered this project. It's become very, very evident that your company is totally incompetent and irresponsible. Totally incompetent and irresponsible. After we paid you 50% mobilization, there's no place else in the country that pays 50% mobilization. Never other places that even pays 15% mobilization. Paid you 50% mobilization. 2022. And this project was supposed to be delivered June last year. 9 months after, you haven't delivered. You are still at 40-something%. Today and here, I terminate this contract. Here, today, this contract is over. We are going to calculate what you are going to refund back to the state government. You can move your things out here. From tomorrow, I'm looking for somebody else to start this project. So you can remove your stuff from here going forward. Okay? And totals of had the 9 roads.
If we're going to finish here by now. June last year, the map was finished here. Adiam Kamale to follow the Bego. Whoever knows the Equestrian since last year, even 9 months after Equestrian follow Beria. Yakambia kita abagomba mpaka kwa kolongongo basina Anambra we naba. I got total the other gallery no
Oyibo man be like, okay, see, this is what we're gonna do when we get there. Okay, let's say the guy that showed up, right? The guy may not even have anything to do with the road. You understand now? That guy may not even be the contractor for the road. It may just be the guy who was in the government house. And they're like, Frank, when are you going back to Germany? And then we'll be like, oh, I should be going back this Friday. You and I are going to go somewhere, okay? You're going to pose as the contractor doing a road, okay? That road was supposed to have been completed 9 months ago, all right? So when we get there, all right, for people not to see your face like they've seen you before, so you need to put on something like to cover that, okay? So now, John, when we get there, George, when we get to that place, I'm going to talk to you, okay? I'm going to talk to you like I am very upset, and my people are going to be listening to me in English, okay? So I'm going to tell you that I'm so disappointed. You are supposed to deliver this road 9 months ago. What the hell is this? I paid you 50%. So you have to pay me back the money. I am canceling this contract now. That's it. Final. Should I say something? No. Don't say anything. Just stay there like. I was like, okay, that's easy. That's very easy. Charles. I was like, okay, yeah, then let's go, guys. And then you grab my phone, okay? You are going to make the recordings, okay? It's so important. Media, special advisor to the governor on media. Oh, yeah. Get in that car. Let's go. We are going to Obiopo Road to go and deceive the people there. That was a central bank governor in Nigeria, Charles Soludo, the original Soludumb. They used to call him Solution. Nearly 4 years in charge of Anambra State. Well, Africa Fisenu Kadake. I also have a lot to also still share. But I just empathize with my people in Lagos, Ogun State, Songo, and everywhere after the 1.5 hour downpour today. That suddenly, right, in this economy, now you have to deal with flooding again. Your homes, your cars, you're everywhere flooded. It can't be like say God is angry. Abi, in just want punish those people who brought in Tifnumbu, then come punish all of you where they share houses or share places with them. That's not fair to say, right? So I want to empathize with you because this is what it was like earlier today after 1.5 hour rain in the mega shitty of Africa, Lagos. And Cameroon never opened their dam yet. Too. If Cameroon can't open the dam, I will learn here. You understand? So I'll be praying for you, all of you, so that God can come and help us to fix those roads and all of that stuff. If not the sin, now if not the sin can't be the reason for all of this, it's enough. It's enough. Okay, everybody will scream out and tell whatever you believe in that if not sin means stop but it's not your sins. Because when you continue to think it's because of sin, it's because it's not. that will make you begin to believe in imaginary something as the problems, imaginary spirit, the sin of your forefather, the sin of your great grandfather. Irony, this one now your sin, some of you now your sins, some of you wanted this to happen. Now you are telling yourself you didn't plan for this. I don't know how many of you are already prepared for 800 naira per liter, 1,000 naira per liter, abi 1,100 naira per liter. Here you get. So when I saw this today, I was like, agbára Ọlọ́run kàkẹ́. If you are an Agbadorian, for example, you get your Agbado card. Here you get. And before you go out, you look into the mirror. You will shout 3 times. Ebi ń pa wá o, ebi ń pa wá o, ebi ń pa wá o. Open the cabinet, the medicine cabinet, if you have one in your bathroom there, right? Or next to your mirror. And take out your Shege. Use 2 tablets for that morning. After that, baba, kó wá padà wọ ìgboro, kó wá máa jó, kó máa yọ̀. Shege yín ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń múra bọ̀ ni o. You see Kolu there? He is a man that told you that was just there to dance. What is about to hit you, especially in the next coming days? Omo, you will describe well. Now, we heard that those who are driving all those tankers, meanwhile, just this evening, right? So there's a report that the oil marketers are telling Tifnumbu to give them subsidy on dollars to avoid increase in petroleum prices in the next coming days. So, Tifnumbu met with Dangote and the cement producers, Abi. We don't know what he promised them or what he gave them. So they said they are going to reduce the price of cement to 7,000 naira. Aba, lori ronio, audio neo, because you know something, right? Except if you have become somebody who wanted to start believing what this guy said to you. Lori ronio. Or some said they don't buy him 7,000 naira. I say, okay, that's good. Keep it up that way. But you would have to also deal with tanker drivers. The NURT, NARTO, NATO. They have directed all their drivers, all truck drivers, that the cost of running their businesses these days, the cost of diesel, the cost of petrol, and all of their logistics is killing them, and they are not getting any support from any sector. About Naekpo, you deal with all of them. They deal with oil. How you go need anybody's help? Is that not where all the money is? Just factor your own money into it, and then sell the liter of petrol for 3,000 naira per liter. It's as simple as APC. I mean, there shouldn't be any threat against anyone like that. All these things, it's just a means to say, give us something or else so we no go work again. Or now they are going to stop. Nobody is going to, they will use that and tell you, oh, that is why there is scarcity now. Some drivers are on strike. Now, small like that. Now go wake up and you now go realize, say, it is 1,100, 1,200 naira per liter. $1 to naira will now be 2,500 naira to $1. Ikuti wa dé nìyẹn o. Ṣé mo yẹra sọ yẹn? The way I, the way I just said it there, may just remain there. Because that thing where I just tell you now, even me where they talk who know that it will happen. Even myself, they fear. I they fear for you. If you are watching me from Nigeria, I they fear for you. That's why sometimes I can agree with you that Mayegun, bury that thought too. We don't know what is in this your tongue. Mayegun, please, Mayegun, don't wish us that. I'm not wishing you that. Do you not understand? This is not about wishes. Tifnumbu is targeting $10 billion. This is not part of the budget, that the money they will borrow from the budget. Now, maybe they can find someone somewhere who is going to give them $10 billion. Who is going to give them $10 billion? Other than for them to be honest with you. The resources of Nigeria that they have shared to themselves, the source of forex and revenue for Nigeria that they have completely stolen and shared, they must hand off. But because they don't have any plan of handing off, Tinubu just sold that old Malibu oil deposit. We are talking about the OPL 245 fee, the deepest and the richest oil deposits in Nigeria. They call it oil block, OPL 245. Tifnumbu has awarded it to Ohando. So the, what do you call it? Approved the sale of that, block to himself. So there is no chance that any money is coming from anywhere other than for them to keep saying and saying things. And they continue to turn it, turn the heat on, turn the heat on. Baba, should by time to heat here, Baba, day level. Man, don't lie you, Baba. Oh, nearly pretend more. I'm serious. So you see, they drive your car, Abi. Oh, Baba, God is good, Nabi. I want you to remember that by the time you put that car on banjo or you can no longer drive it, man, me, maybe Satan change your destiny. Nigeria that is catching up with everybody is catching up with you. Now you can pretend in public. I personally know that you can never pretend in private. I was going to take calls. Now I just kind of pour my mind for the rest of the broadcast. There's no point anymore. We've overshot my own time and I'm using your own calling time. So I hope you kind of, indulge me, Abby. Now, let me tell you something. To those of you who because somehow you can still hide your wound. Or what I'm doing, you understand what that means, right? Those of you who can still, things are really, really tough, even for you. All right. But because of the shame that you are trying to hide away from, especially because of your role in all of this few months back, including those of you who pretended to be neutral. Because any too neutral. Don't let anybody tell you they're neutral. In 2023, nobody neutral. Even me, we be say I did here. The wish say, may your charade, may scatter. That was my own wish. I wasn't neutral that way, okay? I didn't want anybody to win among them. Here you get. I want the whole thing to turn to wahala. And that was why I made sure that while they are doing everything from everywhere, ganging up and trying to shut down all these other voices, PDP, APC. So I kind of used my platform to help amplify and make some of my brethren to understand what the obedient are standing for. Because at the end of the day, I was hoping that when they cheat you, I go turn them to rough we be say this stiff number will never happen. That was my own bet. But I lost. At the end of the day, then tell all of Una to calm down. And just like that, Una calm down. Before you know it, everybody don't they say, Mayegun, please, hashtag eyes on the judiciary. I said, what's on here? That's the new hashtag eyes on the judiciary. Right before our very eyes, judiciary come out peg. Those peg, we will take peg rope when we want to mark the soccer field, right? Then come out one of those pegs, two of those pegs. About one figure eyes on the judiciary. Eyes on the judiciary, Shege, yoro, bye. People come to say, Ojumi, and just when we put eyes on the judiciary, if judiciary misbehave, we will squeeze them. Anyway, that's how I lost. But right now, I didn't lose per se. Sure, you understand? Because in the long run, right, it can't be like person will go steal poor man chicken. You can't steal a poor man's chicken. Don't you get it? A poor man chicken is a valuable asset. If you steal a poor man chicken, a poor man will never stop talking about what you have done. So even when you have enough money to buy other chicken, you will still not have rest. You will have no peace of mind until you give back that chicken to that poor man. That's exactly the way I saw and still see what happened in your charade 2023. Today, Tifnumbu right now, they sleep with one eye closed. Every day, everybody, like, you know what I mean? Usually it is not like this. The moment they rig you out, you go queue and wait another time. You know, go they shout on anybody, say, sure, return waiting you still, return the mandate, Tinubu, return. You know, they know they do it like that. You go, just let go. But this one's no, they let go. Since then, now, Tinubu no get peace of mind. It got to a stage whereby, everybody just believed that, As long as disobedience exists, the only time Tifnumbu or even the entire Nigeria go experience peace is for Tifnumbu to disappear. May they just tell you, say, that they look for Tifnumbu gone missing. They say that's the only way maybe Tifnumbu can get peace. Even if he die, he no go still get peace for what he do in 2020, 2023. But nevertheless, right? Nevertheless, I want people to know something. Okay. You see, the kind of shege that is hitting people right now, somehow, it is, and listen, I put something out today. I said, everything is tough now. Majority of those pretenders on social media that are telling you that Nigeria is still going to work, Nigeria is still going to be a great country, they have strong belief in Tifnumbu. They know that it's Kini Kokini. Some of them are selling their properties and relocating back for those who have properties. Some are selling their cars because they can no longer fund the cars. And person where they chop, they drive car. Do you understand? Now, if you want to know what I am saying, now this is what I put on my Facebook today. I said, if you are in Nigeria and a Lagos Abobaku or anybody that is either openly or secretly supporting Tifnumbu or APC, that if they come to you for help, for example, if they say they have not eaten, Joturi Olorun, what I'm about to say now, if you are the type, we go, they tell me, we go, they try to use political correctness on me. Maybe now this time, me and you suppose part ways now. Maybe you stop watching me now. Here you get. You see, you cannot point at me and say, but that's, I don't like that. I'm not talking about what you like. I'm telling you how to deal with people who are about to destroy you if the chance presents itself just anytime from now. When they come to you, and you know that they are like a Tifnumbu, say, ass leakers, ethnic bigots. You get that? You have been watching them and they come to you for help. What you will do is that if they have cars, tell them to go and bring the key to their cars, give them half bag of rice. It doesn't matter the car. If it's a very, very old car, give them a quarter bag. Tell them. I mean, everything is hard everywhere, Baba. If you want me to give you, if you want me to help you with food, go and bring the car of your Camry. I'll tell my wife to give you half bag. It's straight by barter these days. If they come to you and say they need food for their children and all of that stuff, tell them to go and bring their children. Give them the food directly. Don't take it out on their children. And I'm serious. I mean that, okay? If any of them come to you that close, tell them to go and bring the children. Don't give them food to go and give to the children. But if he says, let's do it man to, tell them. See, this life, it's not easy. Everything get consequences. John Turi alone. Anybody that comes to you that asks for any money that is above you see, any Tifnumbu supporter, any Emilokon, whether it's Yoruba, whether it's Igbo, meanwhile, this advice is not for Igbos, because there's no point in me advising you to buy the houses and the land that these unfortunate souls, because it doesn't make any sense when they will now tell you to go back to Anambra, go back to Onitsha. So it's not advisable. So pretty much like for Yorubas, my fellow citizens, when you see any Tifnumbu supporter that comes to you for any help that is above 500,000 naira, I am serious. So yes, to demolish any house now, I think it's about 2-3 million. Or if you call the area boys and you give them the sledgehammer, any of them that come, don't let anybody tell you that you are being mean. No, and I'm not saying you should go online and brag about it. Do it for the culture. Okay? Do not pity those who have no pity for you. Do not pity those who wanted you destroyed. They wanted you ruined so that they can gloat over you. They can laugh. They can brag and say, yes, we told you that we will teach you a lesson. All of now where they do Father Christmas giveaway on social media, keep that money and start looking for some Facebook posts where somebody is posting their houses for sale. Some people are now relocating back to their villages, family houses. The Shege is sending majority of these people out of their usual comfort zones. Don't pity them. They do not wish you well. Would you me dada? Timobari anything? That can actually really physically deal with a lot of you, these abobakus. And that dealing will be documented. I will pay for it. But since I am not that vile, I can only advise people to be careful with what they do with their resources. Anybody will come to you from them. I'm not saying you shouldn't help them. If there are those who have nothing, tell them everybody is affected in this country. We are all facing it. And let them go their ways. But if you see any of them struggling enough that they want to sell maybe their couch, their fridge, and all of that, and well, don't ever give them money. Okay? Once they say they have TV to sell, tell them that they should go and give them a cup of a gari, a cup of a rice, and 2 cups of a beans. You are being nice. You just don't know it. Don't share any pity with anyone, because you know something. All of these Olori Brukus shouting and here and there, majority of them who are like the Awon caucus, all they need to go back to their factory setting, the default setting, is to just give them food. And Tifnumbu and gang, they know that routine. They will give them food. But it's going to be either once in a year or once in 3 years. You see all of these people you are seeing around today that are going to use their children as front. Some of them are going to use their children. I mean, I love children. I don't like seeing children there. You know what I mean? Like, you can press my Momo button by just letting me see a child in not so good conditions. You know, I'm like, it's going to stick to, it's going to stick with me like, oh God, damn. You know, that kind of thing. So if they bring their children to you, in any way, maybe you can then say, okay, or you can ignore, or I don't know. But do not let anybody deceive you this time around. You hold nobody any support. And you have the right to scrutinize those you want to give your support to. This is the one I said I was going to share with you earlier. Meanwhile, you saw this on the screen, Abby. Now, one of the people where they wait for the renewed dope with that. So in London, some Nigerians came together to stage a protest in front of the BBC that are doing a yeoman job, whitewashing Bokwari, saying that they forged Bokwari's signature to steal $6.2 million. Whitewashing Tifnumbu, the drug baron, a drug dealer, the druggie, a drug addict himself, right? So all this took some Nigerians in the UK to the BBC headquarters in the UK to remind them, one day, we will never forget your role in the history of emasculation as well as oppression of the indigenous people of that contraption called Nigeria. I'll show you.
Here is because the common man has become the last hope of the common man. We went through every single step that was required of us, and we got to the end, and we were let down as a people. What we have as a leader is a John Doe. Nobody knows who he is. And what really has brought us to BBC is the fact that BBC knows this. BBC knows this is not true. We do not know who this man is. And yet BBC decided to write an article on the 11th of October purporting to claim that Bola Tinubu certificate was authenticated by Chicago State University. We know that is a lie. We know Bola Tinubu did not go to school. We know we do not have his educational records. We do not even have a record of his entire life. We don't know who his father is. We don't know who his mother is, his brother, his sister. We don't know where he comes from. And yet, the West have fawned over this man. With BBC actually writing an article to whitewash his personality, to whitewash his background. This is not right, because what you have done is to support bad governance in Nigeria by supporting somebody that is not qualified to be there. A person that is not qualified to have a job should not have it. It wouldn't happen here. So why would it happen in Nigeria? This is what we are standing against. That an organization like BBC is using its name, its brand, to spread falsehood. This is the impact. I'll tell you the impact. When BBC spreads this falsehood and bad governance persists in Nigeria, we start to have mass migration. Mass migration is one of BBC's favorite topics. Yes. Oh my God. Mass migration is one of BBC's favorite topics. The hypocrisy hurts me. The hypocrisy is unbelievable. The hypocrisy is palpable. But BBC writes lies to support bad governance. Yes. It is wrong how these people get away with this thing. We have to call them out. BBC is a hypocrite. Yes. Because BBC supports lies, and then it will write about the impact as if those people decided on their own to take to the seas, to take to the desert, to look for a better life. Yes. When you could have stood by the truth, you could have told the truth, BBC, and you still have a chance to tell the truth. Take down your article. It is a lie because you're supporting propaganda. Yep. You are supporting propaganda. And we're going to keep calling you out until you take that article down.
Yes, lady. Thank you so much. Well, we've had a very long night, a long evening, rather. Yeah, we've had a long evening. And I kind of feel like we should call it a night at this point. And I want to say thank you to every one of you. As usual, if you joined us midway, I would advise that you can possibly go back and rewatch from the start. All you have to do is just skip 5 minutes of it as well, right? So thank you so much, everyone. And I believe as well that tomorrow is another day. I wish you what you wish yourselves, especially if you are watching me from Nigeria. I have shared what I think I should share, like I do always, right? And then what you do with everything you have heard or seen on this platform is completely yours. So one thing you won't really do or say is to deny that you didn't know. Now you do know. So we'll leave on like that. Thank you so much for all of this. I will see you again. And until then, right? Remember, like the broadcast, share it. Don't leave without dropping that your offering, which is liking the broadcast. If you have done it already, don't do it again. And meet me here again next time, same time tomorrow. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Ó sì tún ṣeré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary Náídì nọ́mbà 1.
Máyégún Diary politico.
Máyégún Diary Náídì nọ́mbà 1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún Diary Náídì nọ́mbà 1.
ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún Diary Náídì nọ́mbà 1.
àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún Diary Náídì nọ́mbà 1.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí.